Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, we would like to present our group assignment project IMR455 Thematic Finding Aids Project Historical Event in Malaysia. And our topic is Pengisytiharaan Kemerdekaan Bagi Tanah Melayu. So first of all, my name is ADYPUTRA IMAN bin ROSLAN, and I will introduce my group members, MISBAHULFALAH bin HARUN, Wan AMIRUL ANWAR bin Wan SABRI, and Muhammad ASWAD bin AZIZ. Let's begin with this historical event in Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ADYPUTRA Iman, and I would like to present our group assignment, Thematic Finding Aids Project Historical Event in Malaysia. And our topic is Pengisytiharaan Kemerdekaan Bagi Tanah Melayu. Now, move the explanatory notes. This finding aid is prepared to facilitate the retrieving and use of explanatory record and archival materials related to the archives of historic events in Malaysia. Various notes of information can be obtained from both electronic and non-sources. This list of available material include records that relate to the collection of type of images in newspaper and many more. This finding aid aims to help researchers to find and obtain the desired material easily. All the material are listed according to the type of collection and index guideline with appropriate page that easier for researchers to get the desired material. In addition, the description is provided on every list of archival material for the purpose of retrieving the material more quickly and accurately. The content of this finding aid is based on the material available in the National Archives of Malaysia and OFA. Move to the introduction. On 31 August 1957, at the newly inaugurated Stadium Merdeka, Kuala Lumpur, witnessed a historic event for Malaysia, namely the official handover of the Government Federation of Malaya from British rule to the citizens of Malaya. Approximately 20,000 visitors attend to the stadium. Prior to the proclamation of Malaya's independence on 30 August 1957 at 12 midnight at the Selangor Club Grounds, Kuala Lumpur, a ceremony was held to lower the Union Jack flag along the British national anthem, marking to the end of the British occupation of Malaysia. The flag of Federal of Malaya was raised alternately by members of the Malayan Navy, while witnessed by Tunku Abdul Rahman himself, marking the birth of the new nation that is sovereign, equal, and commensurate with the all country in the world. The flag of Federation of Malaya was hoisted. So you can see this image. Tunku Abdul Rahman was declared the Independent Days. This date was chosen in a meeting between UMNO Youth Chief Tun Sado Jube and the Deputy Haji Ahmad Badawi, father of the 5th Malaysian Prime Minister, in Kepala Batas Penang in 1956. Penang Mufti Haji Abdullah Fahim also participated in the discussion.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is MISBAHULFALAH bin HARUN. In this video, I will present about the chapter 1 and chapter 2. Okay, first I will present about chapter 2, which is history before Pengisytiharaan Kemerdekaan Tanah Melayu. Okay, the first picture that I get from OFA is we can see from the right side, which is the title is Kemerdekaan Majlis Menandatangani Perjanjian. Okay, this picture was about on 8 February 1956. Federation Chief Minister Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra Al-Haj, while at the signing ceremony of the independent agreement with Britain Colonial Secretary Mr. Allen Lane Board. As a result, the Malaya Medical Conference, the Federation of Malaya Independent Agreement, also known as the London Agreement, was signed on 8 February 1956 at Lancaster House, London. Okay, the second picture that we can see from the left side, which is I get from the OFA, the title is Kemerdekaan Persekutuan Tanah Melayu, Ahli Rombongan Kemerdekaan 1956 bergambar beramai-ramai sebelum berlepas ke London. Okay, this picture show the member of the 1956 independent group consisting of the king representative taking picture in crowd before leaving for London to demand the independence of the Federation of Malay Land. Okay, this is the third picture in the chapter 1. Which is the title is Upacara Menandatangani Perjanjian Persekutuan Tanah Melayu oleh Duli Yang Maha Mulia Sultan Selangor. His Majesty Sultan Hisamuddin Al-Shah signed the Federal Independent Treaty of Malay Land in 5th August 1957. On this day in 1957, the Treaty of Independence of the Federation of Malaya was signed between the rulers and the representative of Her Majesty the Queen High Commissioner Sir Donald McKelvey at the King House, Kuala Lumpur in a glorious ceremony that lasts for 2 hours. Okay, next I will present about the chapter 2, which is the event Pengisytiharaan Kemerdekaan Tanah Melayu. Okay, from the picture that I get from the offer, there are 2 pictures which is we can see from the above. Which is upacara pengisytiharaan kemerdekaan ketibaan tetamu asing Stadium Merdeka Kuala Lumpur, and at the right side which is upacara pengisytiharaan kemerdekaan ketibaan delegasi asing Stadium Merdeka Kuala Lumpur. From this picture, the honor guests arrived. The visitors to the stadium were still standing when the Duke of Gloucester entered, accompanied by Sir Donald McKelvey. With the arrival of all the royal guests, the promulgation ceremony began. Okay, next is the second picture that I get from the offer, which is Pengisytiharaan Kemerdekaan Bagi Tanah Melayu di Stadium Merdeka Kuala Lumpur pada 31 bulan 8 1957 dibuat oleh YTM Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra. This picture was explained about the Prime Minister Tunku Abdul Rahman rose from his seat and received the letter of the Constitution as a symbol of the handing over of full power to the Federation of Malaya. The declaration was greeted with SYAH of Merdeka 7 times as the first Prime Minister of the Federation of Malaya in front of 20,000 people of the Federation of Malaya and its rule, as well as representatives from 30 Commonwealth countries and other foreign countries. That's all for my part. For the next chapter is I will pass to the next presenter.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is AMIRUL bin SABRI and I will talk about chapter 3 and 4. Chapter 3, after the event. The event of Pengisytiharaan Kemerdekaan Tanah Melayu. The first one is Dewan Hang Tuah Melaka, Perdana Menteri Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra Al-Haj 5 bulan 2 1966. The Prime Minister Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra Al-Haj yesterday 5th February officiated the opening of the Hang Tuah Hall worth of RM800,000 in Melaka. The hall was built to remember the efforts of Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra Al-Haj to achieve Malaya's independence. The opening ceremony was witnessed by more than 3,000 people, including the Deputy Prime Minister Tun Abdul Razak bin Hussein, the Minister of Finance Mr. Tan Siew Sit, and the Minister of Information and Broadcasting Encik Senu bin Abdul Rahman. The picture shows the Tunku Prime Minister delivering his speech before officializing the opening of the hall. The second one is Majlis Tahlil Sempena Sambutan Kemerdekaan yang ke-50 di Masjid Negara, Kuala Lumpur pada 29 Ogos 2007. His Majesty the Pertuan Agong Sultan Mizan Zainal Abidin together with Datuk Seri Abdullah Haji Ahmad Badawi and Datuk Seri Muhammad Najib Tun Abdul Razak recite the prayer recited by the Grand Imam of the National Mosque after the completion of the Tahlil recitation ceremony. The third one is dokumentasi bangunan lama sekitar Kuala Lumpur untuk pameran Kuala Lumpur Stadium Merdeka. Stadium Merdeka was built in 1956 and officiated by His Majesty Tunku Abdul Rahman in 1957. It is a sports stadium located in Kuala Lumpur with a capacity of 35,000 spectators with 10,000 seats. It has 14 tunnels which are the entry of the stadium. The roof seating area is 30 feet in length. The roof is 60 feet long to the front and 50 feet high from the bottom. For 140 feet light pillars were also built for ceremonies held at night. The stadium began to be used for a historic ceremony in the history of the country, which is the Declaration of Independence of the Federation of Malay Land on 31 August 1957. Chapter 4, Ceremonies. Ceremonies of Pengisytiharaan Kemerdekaan Tanah Melayu. The first one is upacara sambutan Hari Kemerdekaan ke-53 tahun 2010. In the picture, you can see the 53rd Merdeka Day celebration ceremony 2010 at Bukit Jalil National Stadium, Kuala Lumpur on 31st August 2010. The second one is upacara perbarisan dan perarakan kenderaan sempena perayaan Bulan Kemerdekaan ke-50 peringkat negeri Sabah di Jalan Tun Fuad Stephens, Kota Kinabalu, 31 Ogos 2007. As you can see in the picture, security forces bring glorious lines to start a contingent in the parade. Alright. And the last one is the YTM Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra di upacara pengisytiharaan kemerdekaan di Stadium Merdeka, Kuala Lumpur pada 31 Ogos 1957. Yang teramat mulia Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra at the Merdeka Declaration Ceremony at Stadium Merdeka in Kuala Lumpur.
In this part, you will see who is the most important person who has given independence to Malaya. For the figure 13, you will see the portrait of Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra Al-Haj Ibni Almarhum Sultan Abdul Hamid Halim Shah was the Chief Minister of the Federation of Malaya from 1955 and the first Prime Minister since independence in 1957 to 1970. He commonly known as Tunku. He is also remembered as Bapa Kemerdekaan and Bapa Malaysia. As Malaya's first Prime Minister, he dominated politics there for the next 13 years. For figure 14, you will see the picture that show Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra Al-Haj leaving the residence to go to the Merdeka Stadium to read the Declaration of Merdeka on 31 August 1957. And for the last figure is figure 15, you will see the picture show that Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra Al-Haj leaving the residence after receiving the Declaration of Merdeka at the stadium on 31 August 1957. In conclusion, history has actually provided us with a variety of instances and guidelines. Meanwhile, there are also a lot of pure values that we might not notice. Independence means being free from the control of colonies alone, as well as from outside forces that try to create division among Malaysia. Many racial groups let's work together to protect the nation's sovereignty and honor as responsible citizens. Instill in yourself a sense of patriotism, and no matter where you are, always defend and safeguard Malaysia as a good name.